Hello, everyone. Today we have with us one of the CAT 2022 toppers, Shikha Sinha, right? She is one of our toppers, and she is going to share her success story. She is an Unacademy Plus student, right? Has done her classes on Unacademy, has put in a lot of effort, and trust me, classes, effort, and that what makes her a successful student as we stand today. 98.30 percentile in CAT 2022, right? And this session is all about giving all of you who want to write the CAT, probably CAT 2023 students, or who want to get motivated with the success story, how Shikha started her journey, and anything and everything that you might have, you want to ask Shikha, you can in this session. I'm just making sure that I'm streaming live on YouTube. Give me a moment. Am I streaming live on YouTube? Just give me a moment. Yeah, I think we are streaming live and I think we can get started. So, Shika, tell us about your story, right? At this moment, how excited are you?
So now I'm very excited,
Okay.
and I'm looking forward look good colleges calls from good colleges. For now,
Awesome.
yes, sir.
Yeah, we all
I
hope
am
that you
happy.
convert one of the top IIMs and give us a good news very soon. So, Shika, right? I know that you've got 98.30 percentile, which many of us envy, right? How? So, I want to ask, want to share. Do you want to share your journey? How you started? How you started that? Because the start part is very important, right? A lot of us are CAT 2023 aspirants probably have no clue how to get started. So, when did you get started? And tell us about the start part of your CAT journey.
So I started. I was when I was in college. I thought that I will give CAT, but that was like at that time no Corona was there, so I was looking for some offline classes. And online class didn't even came in my mind, and then Corona happened, and then uske baad laga ki yeah I need to do, and then again thankfully an academy was there, and that's how I was like let's buy subscription, and then it started, and things just went very smoothly for me because of this unacademy actually like it was online and I can sit on home and I can prepare, and this was very smooth for me I can say.
सो कितना महीना का तैयारी की है उस शिखा फॉर 98.30 तो हमको अभी दिखाई दे रहा है राइट पर उसका पीछे आई एम श्योर देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ हार्ड वर्क हाउ मेनी मंथ्स हैव यू स्टार्टेड सीरियसली हाउ मेनी मंथ्स
So I would say it was my second serious attempt, so almost 2 years, yes, you can say.
so first attempt was not
I
serious
was
so let's not count the first attempt which was not very serious
yes.
but for the second attempt how many months did you start immediately after the last year's cat I know you gave cat 2021 वो serious नहीं था but 2021 के बाद तुरंत start किया जैन में start किया फेब में start किया serious पढ़ाई कब से start हुआ है
So I started in February.
You
Because
started in
1 month after,
you
yeah,
started
I
in
was very
February.
disturbed what to do. Yeah, but after February में I was like, okay, I need to start again. Okay, सब हटा दो अब like अब आगे करना ही करना है इस बार. So yes, February में.
So February May you started and November May you wrote the cat, right? Okay, February May when you started, right? Did you have a plan in mind? मान लो तुम्हारे पास अभी VRC है, you had Quants, you had LRDI, right? Did you have a plan in mind कि मेरे को syllabus 5 महीने में खत्म करना है, 4 महीने में खत्म करना है? How did you start? How many hours did you put? Did you have a plan in mind? Can you share that?
So this year, yes, this year I had plan in my mind. This year I Monday to Sunday I had a plan. कि okay आज cat का ये करना है. This year actually I focused more on time management because more or less the concepts were clear. My concepts were clear, but time management पे I had very much problem. जैसे timer होता था I was like blank. So this year I would like yes I worked on time management this year from early only
So
because
Shika,
basics were and I
my probably why am I stressing so much is मान लो किसी को क्वांट्स का पूरा 20 चैप्टर्स बहुत अच्छा से बेसिक से करना है हाउ वुड यू सजेस्ट दैट समवन स्टार्ट विद देयर क्वांट्स प्रिपरेशन कैसे करे मान लो परसेंटेज किसी को करना है प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस करना है कैसे करे कितना घंटा करे चैप्टर वाइज करे एक वीक में एक चैप्टर करे कैसे करे
so once तो first तो one needs to watch all the basic videos and you have to revise all the PDFs कि बार बार like many a times so एक दो तीन like 3 times at least I did all the basics again and again. Or the whole year actually I was like revising my basics. And if one wants to, then 1 week per chapter is good if someone is starting now. But it will take time. You cannot rush because the rush was that was one of the mistake I did last year. Rush karna bahut zyada ki nahi karna jaldi jaldi. But no, just give time. You have time. Like next cat 1 year. So like yeah, आराम से करना है क्योंकि at the end only you write mocks and then you see कि कहाँ कहाँ गड़बड़ हो रहा है. But basics, yes, you should give time starting में तो
So you
I
said
would
that
say.
you did some of the PDFs or probably the basic material some 2-3 times, is it? Quants ka?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's
Yes,
that's
sir. I
that's
download all your PDFs and yeah, I revise them like by heart. I revise them, sir.
2-3 times. That's great. I think that needs a lot of patience, right? And yeah, people are there on chat, right? If you have questions, you can always ask. So Shikha, you tell that PDFs करना है मेरे को 2-3 बार तुमने बनाया है PDFs. What about LRDI? How did you start about going about LRDI? DI में calculations कैसे improve किया? Speed कैसे improve किया?
Sir, DI was easy for me, for all of us, most of us, I guess. DI was easy, and I watched like your videos so that they were helpful because calculation, like most of the time, we don't need to do calculation, just need to see the graph and then we can estimate ki kya ho sakta hai. And all those tricks, I watched the videos and I applied those things. Because the mistake was like I was not applying what you said. I was like 50-50, but this year I applied those things. It was not happening, but still I pushed myself and I applied those things. Ki yes, if sir is saying that this is easy part, DI especially, then you can do it. Once that you can definitely do it. So I was like, if he's saying it, we can do it, then I need to do it. ऐसा फोर्स के साथ किया मैंने DI वाला पार्ट तो.
So
And
how did
LR,
you? So when you prepared, right? Every day did you prepare quants, LRDI and VRC, or probably एक दिन में starting में पहला दिन quants, probably 3 दिन quants, 3 दिन VRC कैसे किया? Did you study all the 3 subjects daily?
yes, most of the days, yes, I did all three because sir, one chapter, one subject per day was too much. Like it used to get boring, and so yeah, I did all three. Most of the days, I did all three subjects. Two,
Average
3 hours, two, three
average
hours, 2,
कितना
3 hours.
घंटा पढ़ाई करते थे? How many hours did you study on an average? पहला 3 महीना of your studies. I'm not talking about the last few months, but the first 3 months, right? February when you started, February, March, April. Average कितना घंटा पढ़ाई किया? On an average, 1 घंटा, 2 घंटा.
Sir, no, sir, I studied for almost 7, 8 hours
7
because
to 8
I
hours.
was preparing.
Okay.
Yeah, I prepared. Yes, sir,
So you
because I
started,
was
when you say you started your
focused.
preparation, you started with 7 to 8 hours almost on a daily basis. That's
Yes,
great to know.
sir.
That's great to know. आरसी कहां से प्रैक्टिस किया? बिकॉज बहुत स्टूडेंट्स को ना आरसी में बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता है. आरसी का एक्यूरेसी कैसे इंप्रूव किया?
Sir, I followed Himanshu sir for VARC.
Mhm.
He's an amazing educator, and he gave tricks, sir. On the very first day only, he told me, okay, you need to do proactive reading. You need to read a lot. This year, I read a lot. And this reading, and proactive reading. Sir has taught me you need to read like this, and then you ignore these things, and you do. I have followed those things this year, and I read a lot. Like and in VRC, at some point it became like I know all the topics little bit. I read a lot. I read a lot this year. So the VRC, so yeah, I read a lot, and then I identified the questions. I started tagging the question. Okay, this is the main theme question, or this is the CR based question, or this is a non-specific question, or this is specific question. I started tagging those questions. In mocks also, I did that only. Okay, so yeah, VRC, I read a lot, and I applied what Himanshu sir has told me.
So
And by
VRC,
very patiently
so
applied.
very patiently you applied. So VRC के लिए अगर किसी को improve करना है, is it sufficient if he goes only through the PDFs and the notes, or do you suggest that newspaper reading or probably होते हैं ना ये novels? Do you also read novels, newspapers, or do you suggest that if one does the PDF, the class PDF, it is more than enough?
No, sir, I read articles on Aeon. I did not read novels,
So which is that
newspaper, but I
site?
read
Can you tell
articles
it
on
out?
Aeon.
Eon, right? Can you spell it
Yes,
out
sir,
for our
Aeon, yeah.
yeah? Can you spell it out for our
It's
learners?
called yes, sir, it's called Aeon. Aeon, yeah.
AEON. So you
Aeon.
used to read from there. For learners, something for
Yes,
you.
sir.
AEON, right? Eon site. You go there, and that's what one of our success toppers tell us, right? That she has used that site to probably improve our VRC. That's great. Absolutely, sort of. Absolutely. So Shikha, right? People also want to know about your background. What's your profile like? I must tell you, she is a non-engineer. Yes, Shikha. What's your background and where do you come from? Can you tell us about your background and where do you come from?
Sir, I come from West Bengal, Darjeeling district.
Darjeeling.
I have
Okay.
done my graduate. Yes, sir,
Darjeeling.
and I
Okay.
have done my graduation in hotel and hospitality management from
Hotel and
CU,
hospitality
Chandigarh
management. Great.
University.
Great.
Yes, sir. Chandigarh from Chandigarh University, sir.
And what's your graduation percentage like?
Sir, it's 76%,
76%.
76.4.
76% in graduation. Okay, awesome. So Shikha, right, we talked about the basics. You told us how you got started. Quants में you started with the basics. PDF दो तीन बार बनाया. VAR से you talked about the ion passages. DI में you talked about how class का जो हमने calculation tricks बताया, you started applying them, right? LR में how did you start? LR में did you go chapter wise? तुमने पहले sitting arrangement किया, उसके बाद distributions किया, या LR में कैसे किया?
Sir, uh, I followed the sequence you had made actually, month-wise sequence. So I did not do by particular. At the end of October, I guess I started doing things like bucket. Okay, this.
So
But
starting
in
में you were
starting, I
saying that you
followed
did
your.
chapter wise, is it?
No, sir, I
Starting
followed
January,
your month-wise,
month wise.
courses.
Okay, so basically क्लास में हमने जैसे कराते गए कि फरवरी में जो भी
Yeah,
हमने
yeah,
कराया, so क्लास
yeah.
में जो पीडीएफ कराते थे starting में, I remember Shikha, you were not very comfortable initially in our classes, and then towards the end you became super confident about our subjects and used to get a lot of my answers in the class, right, Shikha? So starting में I remember you were not very good. Okay, I'm being very honest, not very good in the sense you used to take some time, right,
Yes.
करने में. तो तुम जब करते थे स्टार्टिंग में, इट इज फॉर द लर्नर्स आउट हियर, कि क्लास में जो कराते थे उसको जाके वापस वही दिन वापस करते थे उसको.
Yes, you used to tell us कि घर में जाना है 1 घंटा टाइम निकाल के you need to do revise everything otherwise you will forget. So that thing came like stuck in my mind. Then you don't do it now, you forget. Then I used to do every day. Yes, sir. 1 hour, 2 hour, those things what you have taught in class. I used to practice that by
So
myself.
another very important point, right, people, if you are capturing
Mhm.
that, she is saying that क्लास में जो भी करते थे वो जाके वापस घर में वही चीज उसी दिन वापस और एक बार करते थे, because I think that is the crux of your preparation. तो शिखा, when did you complete the basics कितना टाइम लगा? फरवरी में स्टार्ट किया, by when did you were done with the basics? कितना टाइम लगा सिलेबस कंप्लीट करने में, VRC, LRDI and quads? How much time did you take?
Sir, I guess till July everything was complete. Yeah, till July because I had a little bit prior knowledge also. So
Okay.
till July, yes. Then I focused only on mocks.
So
Then
February
why
से
mocks?
जुलाई you completed the entire syllabus. And और मेरे को बहुत बच्चे पूछता है, सर मैं ना ये चैप्टर छोड़ दूं क्या, ये चैप्टर छोड़ दूं क्या? So did you leave out any chapter or did you actually do all the chapters in Quants and LRDI and VRC?
No, sir, I did not leave any chapter. I did all chapters. I did all chapters.
You did all the chapters. Listen, I hope people are listening to you, right? Never ask, should I leave a chapter? You did all the chapters. So
No, I didn't.
July, you said that you completed your basics. July के बाद August, September, October, like 3 months, probably 100 days, you wrote mocks. How many mocks did you write?
Sir, this year I wrote a lot of mocks. I think 40 mocks, I guess I gave.
You gave around 40 mocks. That's very nice. That's very good. 40 is a good number. And 40 mocks में average कितना percentile आता था? What was the average percentile in the mocks? Average.
Sir, average was 90.
Average was 90 in the
Somewhere
mocks.
95, somewhere 88, 85, but average were 90ish, yeah.
So you said that average 90. ऐसा हुआ क्यों कि starting का mocks में थोड़ा कम था और धीरे धीरे it went up, और हमेशा वो 90 का average ही around ही hover किया?
Sir, starting mocks were like 90 के आसपास आ रहा था, and then actually I was not applying strategy, so it was very like a roller coaster for me. I was not applying strategy, and then from the time I started applying strategy, then it was constant. Yeah, 88, 90, 91, 88, 90. After applying strategy, like करना
When you
ही
say
है बोल के.
strategy, what do you mean by strategy?
So strategy is like minimum this much question you have to attempt. There are questions because after giving mocks, when I used to when I did analysis, I find like question 12, 13 questions were there which I would have done, but in mocks I couldn't. So it was like no, first find those 10 questions. Okay, and then only when secure your marks 95 percentile and then move ahead. So that stuck in my mind कि नहीं पहले 95 percentile secure करना है and then only you can move on. But yeah, marks में 95 did not come that very frequently, but yeah, that worked for me in
कैट
D
में तो
days.
98.30 आया है. 98.30 कभी मॉक्स पे आया था?
No, sir.
So cat is the highest. See, that what matters,
Cat
right?
is the highest here.
That what it matters. The other thing is,
Yeah.
I always tell my students, right? The CAT exam is like the CAT paper, right? Is like a buffet. एक buffet जैसा होता है. इसमें ना सारा चीज नहीं खा पाएगा. You will not be able to eat everything. So you got to pick up those lovely items, right? जो तुम खा सकते हो and which you can solve. So it's like a huge buffet. You got to pick up very cleverly and very smartly what are the items that you want to eat in that buffet, right? That's the CAT exam. So Shika, right? We talked about strategies. We talked about how you started. How many mocks did you write? Mocks को analyze कैसे करते थे? How many? Let's say you wrote a mock today. How did you analyze that mock?
So mock analysis is the toughest part actually. If it percentile is good, then so you go and analyze, and if it's not good, then so दिखने का भी मन नहीं करता था. But then I saw your lectures and you told me कि start with with the area you like. So I always started analyzing my mocks with QA because I like QA. So I started doing that, and then I was like, okay. At the end, I used to analyze LRDI. So this is how बहुत हिम्मत करके analyze करना पड़ता था, sir. But yeah, but that's very important. That's the only important part, analyzing the mocks. This,
Correct. So I
yes,
think
sir.
again the takeaway here is she used to identify a strength, right? QA was her strength. और जब भी mocks को analyze करते थे वो QA से start करते थे because you want to start with something which you are comfortable with, right? भले QA एग्जाम में पहले नहीं दे पाया लेकिन mocks analysis का समय QA was a strength. So someone is asking how many times of proper preparation. I think she mentioned sort of February से start किया था. February से November तक she gave as much as she could, right? I mean, it was a proper study time. February onwards, February to November. Okay. Shikha, one more thing, right? I want to ask you. It's always good to learn from someone else's mistakes. Tell us some of the mistakes that you made so that people who watch this video, right, don't make those mistakes. What are the three biggest mistakes that you think probably you did in the first year of your preparation or your second year may you did not repeat and that is why today you are a CAT topper?
First first mistake was going CAT without any strategy, giving CAT without any strategy.
Giving
It
the
was like,
exam
okay,
without any
whatever
strategy.
question.
Okay. So when you say
Yeah,
without
not
any
with
strategy,
strategy.
मतलब क्या है कि you did not think about how many questions to attempt? क्या?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, the last year I gave CAT. It was like I did not prepare any strategy for me. Okay, there will be easy question, there will be moderate question. You no, there was no strategy. First mistake. Second mistake, too much focusing on timer. Like it's 40 minutes, it's my 40 minutes. Nobody's going to take it away from me. But for me, it was like 40 minutes. The timer is going on. Like it's just the timer pressure was the second mistake. It will go. 40 minutes is there to just go. No? It will not stay there. It was something like that. Timer pressure, not strategy, and panic. Yes, sir. I used to get panic a lot. Uh, the fear
Panic.
that how can I do? People are preparing. People are much better than me, and like yeah, that was also peer pressure. Something you can say.
तो
Yes, yes,
ये जो
yes.
तीन mistakes you said, right? पहला वाला you talked about कि no plan in mind, no strategy in mind. That was your first mistake. तो
Yes,
I
sir.
think you that can be resolved by having something in mind. Let's say इस महीना में मैं 2 chapters करूंगा या 3 chapters करूंगा या probably VARC का 20 passages बनाऊंगा महीना में. So something should be there at the start of your mind, right? So that you have something to go about when you start your preparation for that particular month, right? I think that is the first thing I would say how you can overcome that weakness. Second, which mistake you talked about is time management. कि हमेशा देखते रहते थे कि घर ही जा रहे हैं, टाइम जा रहे हैं, 40 मिनट तो खत्म हो जाएगा. How did you overcome that time factor?
So I told myself that it like 40 minutes में solve करना है. There 40 minutes is enough time. That's why they are giving me 40 minutes only. So like the exam is structured in that way only. 40 minutes में हो जाएगा. People are getting 100 percentile in this 40 minutes. So do not panic. I
So
used
ये
to tell
40
myself, I
minutes
used to
पे what
calm
I
myself.
understand from some of your previous discussion is you focused more on the easy questions, is it? कि question selection सही हो जाए ताकि मैं ज्यादा attempt कर सकूं. Don't you think?
Yes, sir.
So you basically said that proper selection of questions और कुछ techniques भी apply करता था क्या? Would you want to use how frequently do you use the online calculator? या तो mental maths करते थे हमेशा?
No, sir, I didn't use calculator much.
You did never use the calculator.
Maybe in some SICI questions, but not
SICI
much.
में you used the calculator bit because I know we have a lot of powers. But other than that, are you telling that कभी भी घर में जब practice करते थे calculator नहीं use करते थे, mental maths करते थे?
Yes, sir. I did not use calculator much.
You never use the calculator much. Or exam में भी
Because sir,
online calculator
because there are
never
already
used.
no, I did not use that because there are already so many questions without calculator you can do. So for using calculator, no, I don't even reach. I used to leave those questions. Too much calculation. I used to leave.
Or RC
because they're not easy questions.
Or let's say RC में, how did you select a passage? How did you select a passage? मान लो वहाँ 4 passages, 4 passages, 5 passages. How do you decide which passages to pick up in an RC?
So familiarity actually. Like पढ़ के अच्छा लग रहा था. Those like yeah, interesting. So I used to select. Like so for me in VRC till the till November I was very much comfortable with every topic actually.
So when you say every topic in VRC, you mean that every theme, is it? Let's say philosophy का passages पढ़ते मजा आता था, sports का मजा आता था, literature का मजा आता था. So are you saying that every area of every different genre that you get, you used to read it? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, the philosophy I read a lot. So I read a lot of genres, sir. But something like a fact science or global warming or something. Fact-based RC is bit much easier, of course. But till the end, I was comfortable with philosophy also because it will come. I was like that. I have to be prepared. So I read a lot of philosophy passages also.
Philosophy passages also. That's great.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Tell us 3 things, right, which a CAT 2023 aspirant who wants to start his preparation must know at the start. 3 चीज बोलो जो तुमको लगता है कि जो भी CAT जिसको देना है, he should be aware of from the very start.
So 3 things. So do not get pressurized and listen to your educator. Whomever you follow or whatever they suggest you to do, just follow, try whatever they suggest. And if it is not happening, then you can of course say, "Na ki sir, ye nahi ho raha mere se." But whatever teachers say, because that was a mistake I made. Like whatever educator is saying, just apply that first. So do not get pressurized. Apply what your educator is saying, and find what's not working for you also. So yeah, like don't get pressured. It's not 100% what educator will tell you. Even you used to tell that ki it's not like foolproof method. You need to know what's working for you. So the earlier you get to know these 3 things, the better it would be for you. Because the biggest mistake I made last year, I told you, sir, marks nahi aa rahe, and you were like, Shikha, I don't know because your knowledge ka kami to nahi hai, I can say, but still, and even I did not know ki why marks are not coming. So this year I analyzed ki okay, things are there, okay, I am not like that. So the sooner you know, better it would be for you. Weaknesses.
Shika, kitna classes ki ho? How many hours do you think, if you look back right today, how many hours of classes you must have attended? How many classes of mine did you attend over a period of 1 year, let's say?
So all?
You've done all the classes?
Your classes, yes. Quants, LRDA, yes, sir.
So you've attended all the classes. So basically you're saying that even if you miss something, you used to view the recordings and make sure that you are up to date, is it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So classes, important. If you miss something, watch the recordings, important. Third, May, you said that you used to revise a lot. I think basics are the foundation block. There's another key कि basics बहुत बनाते थे, कुछ एक बार हो जाने के बाद मैं 2-3 बार उसको revise करते थे. Right? Srika, did you also give a lot of sectional tests? I understand you write a lot of mocks. You wrote a lot of mocks. Did you also write a lot of sectional tests?
No, so actually VRC only I wrote sectional test.
So VRC mein you wrote sectional tests. Okay, got it.
So I gave a lot of mocks, so I did not have time for sectionals. And yeah, I did not write much sectional tests. Sir.
Awesome. So anything that I am just looking at my YouTube comments, anything that you wish to ask? Saurabh is asking, where can I give mocks? Saurabh, if you are there in Unacademy, or Unacademy provides all the mocks, so you can always write the mocks once you are done with your preparation. At least 70% of your preparation must be completed before you get started with your mocks. Any question for Shikha? Any question that you have for Shikha, please shoot before we close this session. So Shikha, what's your dream? Which What's your dream? You want to get into an IM?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes. In top B school, yes, sir.
A
That's what
top
I'm
B school.
waiting.
A top B school.
Yes,
That's
sir.
great. And where do you see yourself in probably 2 years? You want to get into finance, marketing. Where do you see yourself?
So at first, I was inclined towards finance only, but now I'm interested in HR also. So
Okay.
there's finance and HR, sir. Because I like to communicate, I guess.
Finance
HR,
and HR. Okay,
yes,
finance and
sir.
HR. Okay, got it. So I have some questions. Some people are asking. Shekhar is asking, where you preparing with your graduation?
No, actually, I completed my graduation 2021. Start last days, yes, you can say, because it was online. Classes were online, so you can say yes,
So
but not
2021
that
में
not that serious.
2021 में graduation खत्म किया था, and then 2022 में you wrote the
Hmm.
CAT. That's what you were saying.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then Rohit is asking, ma'am, any suggestions for repeaters?
I myself was a repeater, so you can do it first of all, and just remember, like, try to recollect all those mistakes you did and do not repeat them again. Because whatever you prepare 100%, then only 50%, 60% strategy will work on D-Day. So try to like be strict with yourself. Whatever works, just take it. Like work on them. Literally, it will repeaters. So yeah,
So she
it will be
says that she
fine
herself
next
is
year.
a repeater, and the best thing is know what went wrong in the first attempt. That is very important. You should know what went wrong
Very well.
so that you don't repeat them. Okay. Saurabh is asking, do you have prior work experience?
No, I have done my 6 months internship in Goa, Dona Silvia, hotel management. But no, I do not have any
She has no work experience. She has done a graduation in hotel
internship.
management, and she has a 6 month internship in hotel management. Okay. Shekhar is asking, what was your score in the first attempt?
Oh, so, so first attempt it was 55 percentile.
55 percentile to 98.30 percentile. I think, Shika, you should not feel shy. That's a huge improvement. 55 say, CAT 21 may 55 percentile say, CAT 22 may 98.30 talks a lot about the commitment that you have shown, right? I think that's a success story in itself. 55 to 98.30. Awesome. What other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions that people have? No? Awesome. Okay, Shekhar, last few words, your closing words for all people who are viewing this and all who look at you as a role model for and consider your success story to be praiseworthy. Your last few words for CAT 2023 aspirants.
So work hard. That's it. And do not take any pressure. If you are preparing for cat will happen. This is the one liner. I'm preparing for cat and cat happened. That's it. Nothing else. Just preparing for cat and write cat. That's it.
Hard work and believe in yourself.
Yes, yes.
Hard work and believe in
And
yourself. Let's keep it that way. Hard work and believe in yourself. Okay. Someone is also asking, I am not from mathematics background. Shika, you were also not from mathematics background, right?
no, sir. But in 11, 12, I took science. I loved maths actually. So
11,
maths
12, you
was,
took science
I
and you
always
love
loved maths.
maths. Okay, but then you did
Yeah, I
hotel
love maths.
management. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Shekhar is asking, did you appear for other exams as well?
Yes, I appeared for IFT now. Snap, I gave Snap. I gave NMET also. And I'm appearing in that also.
You are appearing for the ZAT as well, right? Obviously, people should attempt for as many exams as possible, right? So as to increase your probability of getting a call from one of the top B schools. So I think, Shika, with that note, we will end this session. I wish you the very best. Many congratulations. I think you have made, I'm very proud today that one of my students have done so well, right? I wish you the very best. And yeah, the journey is still there. We need to prepare for part 2 of the CAT, right? Part 2 of the CAT. So GDPI, interview preparation, and a lot of it. So the road is there. And obviously, we are going to help you in every step. So wish you the best. And I'm sure we'll make another video next time. And that video will be how to convert an IIM interview. That will be our next video with Shika, right? I hope for and wish for that.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Shika. You have really had an amazing result. Many congratulations and wish you the best.
Thank you, sir.
Bye,
Thank you so much, sir.
Bye for now.